Understanding how to use the iPad as an interactive whiteboard has come a long way in just a few days because everyone has been willing to share what they know. This screencast will explore the limitations and the advantages of using the iPad as an interactive whiteboard. So there still are some limitations. Let's talk about those. If you make fast circular pen motions, you can frequently get straight lines that are connected together. Let me do a demonstration of that for you. Blanking out my screen. I'm picking a pen and I moved my finger as fast as I could. And you see that it's not exactly circular, even though my finger moved in a circular fashion. This is not that big a deal if you make sure, let's go to a blue pen, and if you move slowly, and I'm not really moving that slowly, but I am moving more slowly, more fluid motion. And I find that Splashtop is very responsive, so a wonderful feature of it. So that's a slight limitation. I mean, certainly not a deal breaker for me. There seems to be a little bit of a limitation on the actual amount of whiteboard real estate that you have when you're using the Splashtop and Ink2Go software. Even when I use a small thin pen, I still feel like I can't write as much as I would be able to write if I had a large interactive whiteboard, physical whiteboard. That's a trade-off, and maybe that's just my imagination. I haven't used an actual interactive whiteboard in quite some time. I'm again using my keyboard. Ink2Go still will not record the computer's audio. I've asked Benson about this, and he said that that would be coming out in an upgrade in the near future. So I think that feature will be added, and then you can use Ink2Go as your recording solution as well. There is a slight lag I've noticed in what I'm writing on the board that is being projected in front of everyone. That almost seems to be real time. But what I'm seeing on my iPad seems to be just a half second behind. Again, certainly not a deal breaker, but it's probably just the issue of getting the information back to the iPad over the wireless network. And the last thing that I've noticed is that using this setup requires a bit of time to become comfortable with this new user interface, using the iPad as a control surface for the interactive whiteboard. It's just, I want to reach for the physical keyboard, and I've resisted it the entire time for this presentation. But that's something that I find myself wanting to do. But I've noticed that the more I've used it, I'm becoming more and more comfortable with it. So, as with anything, there's a little bit of a learning curve. It's nothing serious. I just want to mention it because you don't want to set it up and start using it with your class tomorrow and think it's going to be as intuitive as using your interactive whiteboard has always been. You'll have just a bit of an adjustment there that will feel a little bit awkward until you get the knack of it. The last thing that I want to talk about are the advantages. Now, I have a Bluetooth wireless trackpad that I use, and I have loved that trackpad. But I tell you what I found interesting is that just the little bit that I have used my iPad as the control surface for my computer, the more that makes my trackpad, my Apple Bluetooth trackpad, feel clunky, which is very strange because I love that trackpad. For as little as $25, a teacher with a computer and an iPad and a projector can also have an interactive whiteboard. This is going to place some pressure, I think, on manufacturers of interactive whiteboards. I don't know how they will respond to it. Perhaps they will offer super huge interactive whiteboards at a better price. I don't know. Because that is the one thing that they can do, is offer vastly more screen real estate. You could even, if you already have interactive whiteboard software, use this solution for only $5. That's pretty awesome, I think. You have the convenience of using a slate to control your interactive whiteboard experience, but now you can actually see what's on the slate. Because on the iPad, you see your computer desktop, and you're just writing on your iPad very intuitively with your fingertip. No pen to lose. And then there's the additional functionality that an iPad provides the classroom, aside from all of the educational software programs that are available. Now, on the iPad 2, you can tether in addition to using it as an interactive whiteboard so that you can completely demonstrate everything that's going on the iPad in front of the classroom. So I think there's a lot here for classroom teachers that have always wanted an interactive whiteboard. This provides you with a solution. Air Display or Splash Top plus Ink2Go or any interactive whiteboard software provides you an amazing, affordable opportunity to use your iPad as an interactive whiteboard. It's a complete interactive whiteboard solution. I think it's awesome. Comment freely below, share your ideas, your experiences, and thanks for watching.